Hey YouTube, this is the art of prepping. Let's look at tourniquets. This is the rat's tourniquet. It comes in black. This is the red. It comes also in orange. This is made in the USA from a veteran-owned organization, a company. There's a million different videos online on how to do this. And so I'm not going to bore you with me doing it. Plus, holding the camera and trying to do this one-handed is a little difficult. So this is just on a standard plate carrier here. I borrowed from my buddy. And as you can see, I just have it just kind of slipped in these little like elastic bands. It's very small. You could put this probably in any kind of pistol mag pouch. It weighs maybe around 1.5 ounces, roughly, I'm estimating. It's like an aluminum type of hardware, and basically you just cinch down and you wrap, and there you go. So, you know, what the confusion about this is, of all the choices. Now, this is the Rat's. It's actually known for probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest, tourniquets to apply, especially one-handed. The SWAT T is also very good. This one probably would outlast in terms of durability, I would imagine, than the SWAT T. They also have different generations of the CAT tourniquets. I believe that they're on the 7th generation now. Those are pretty good, no doubt about it. I believe the military uses those still. And then, of course, they have the soft T. Soft T wide, and I don't know if they call it narrow, but the standard width, I think it's like 1 inch, and the wide is a 1.5 inch. Now, the soft T wide is also probably I think in my opinion, is another option to go to. It's probably the standard in terms of the gold standard of what you would really say that's probably the ultimate tourniquet that's on the market commercially. So if you're looking for something that's just, you know, the best of the best, you're definitely going to pay for that. You can get pretty much maybe like 3 of these rat tourniquets for the price of one of those soft T wides. But, you know, it is worth it. It's just kind of a different configuration. Those particular soft Ts are just a little more complicated. They can still be put on one-handed, but you have to definitely practice a little bit more than something like this. This is a lot more simpler in design. So I just wanted to show you this, introduce this, and to encourage you to kind of start researching more about trauma gear, researching more about medical. Preppers are typically deficient in medical knowledge, trauma gear, and that's pretty much something that I see over and over. So I want to talk about this a lot more on the channel. We'll probably just do piece by piece instead of getting out massive kits. Well, I mean, I may show you, massive kits in the future, but I'm just going to go ahead and piece it together because I know for a lot of people, I get so many, emails and messages that they're so overwhelmed, when I start getting into a little more detail about anything. So I've been trying to always pull back and slow down and just go individually. So if you get the Rat's tourniquet or the SWAT T, it's not that bad of an option. And if you get a CAT tourniquet, that's great. It's probably maybe even a step up in some ways. And if you get the soft T, especially the wide, I think that's pretty much the premium. So you just have to see what you're comfortable with, what your budget can give you, and if you feel like that you can put these on one-handed. And that's why, for me, it was awesome to get some extra of these Rats, just because it's so easy for me to put them on one-handed, especially when I'm going out shooting. It's always good to have a tourniquet. And in your main trauma kits, you really should have at least 2 in there, because if you did get hurt, the gunshot wound, for example, could go through 2 limbs. And so you may need 2 tourniquets. So as a minimum, you really should plan on having 2 for worst case scenario. Thank you all for your support. I hope everyone's well. You guys take care.